Welcome to the Digital Playground, where we bring you Larseman's fun stuff for all.
Hello and welcome to my training video where I will be explaining the CryptoBot Pulse. Basically, this is one of my applications where a cryptocurrency trading bot using an API is trading for you on a Kraken exchange. So if you go to the Larseman 85 Riffworks Fun Stuff for All website, you will find the CryptoBot Pulse there. And you can just basically click on this button and it will navigate you there straight directly. So no need to be logged in or registered here. In most cases, users will go straight and log in on to get started. You can explore a little bit around and you can start creating your first bot, of course, but that all will lead you first to the user account creation or login because that's a mandatory requirement. So if you don't have a user, you can get started, and you can do it via your Google account, or if you don't have a Google account, you can do via any other. Just plug in your email and your password. If you have an existing one, then you can basically just go straight to login, and you can again use just the authentication through the Google. So I logged in with a user which is having a premium account currently, but basically, even if it's a trial membership, you are able to straight go and create your first bot because simulation bots are not costing you anything and you can use them free of charge. So it is important to say that simulation bots are not using any funds. They are not managing any live money. So it's basically a perfect way to get used to it. So before explaining anything around, you just have some basic information here on the top of the user and you can sign out here, some settings, Exchange API settings and bot creation functionality, and some portfolio balances, which will be explained later on. So if you want to play around, you can straight go and create a new bot. For now, 2 trading pairs are available. You can plug in some custom amount of funds, what you wish, and you can select either simulation or live trading mode. The simulation mode is basically what you are seeking for now in the beginning. And then there's the bot buy plan configuration, there's a strategy and execution settings. The buy plan configuration is basically a setup how much coins you want to buy, and everything is explained here in the tooltips per one step. So if you want initially to buy, let's say, 30 coins, every other step will be incrementing once. So then the following steps will be 31, 32, 33. And these are the price differences between your steps. The more aggressive, the more bigger the price steps. Once you do this configuration, you can see how the numbers are changing on the right side. These are the steps on each buy, how much coins you will be buying, and for what price range. If you navigate to the end of the list, you will see how many total steps you got, 36 steps, where you will be buying in total 1,710 coins, which will cost you roughly 291. The remaining cost will be 8 and 40. So you can always play around with these numbers and you see how is it changing if you're increasing the numbers, changing the number of coins, initially how much you want to buy, or what is the price difference between it. The profit strategy is basically consisting of 3 parameters. One is when it's the actual profit status, when it will be locked to trail, and how much to calculate downwards for the trailing. So basically, if you lock yourself on 2%, then the trailing will start at 1% if this is 50% of the 2. So this is when to initiate from the actual price, and this is where the trailing to start. I will explain this in the later stage. Once you got your profits, then you can go for the rest period minutes. And that means that you've done the sell and you do not want to trade the bot to jump in with that price. So you can wait until the price falls. By default, this is 5 minutes. You will be playing around to see your best strategy. Of course, if the price goes higher, then the bot will be go directly in and continue with the buying, not to lose any more further profits. At the end, you got the execution settings. This is on how many times to check the status. And There are some numbers here provided how many reads and writes you will have in the databases. They are carrying also some costs, but they are super minimal. So 30 seconds would be just fine for you. Of course, you can explore around if you need more or less time for this. That's why the simulation is for, to get a little bit of feeling. So let's just go ahead, try to create some bot for this. Let's just go, and you will be seeing that the bot is now being created. You will have a successful toast message and your bot will arrive on the bottom. You will see that it's a simulation. It has an ID number and some basic information how much is allocated. The step one is already boxed in. As I said, simulations are just simulating that it would buy. There are no real buyings occurring here. And here is what we said, that what's our profit log, 2%, and the trailing is 1%. So you can now go into the view details to check out the details of your steps. You will see some basic information around the very same things what you already saw, with some new stuff around, like what's the average buy price currently and how much coins you bought for now. There is an estimation of the fees, how many fees you are generating with this. And these are not fees from this website. These are the fees from the Kraken exchange. So that if you already bought and the price is same, you will be still at loss because there are some fees on Kraken included. So you want to make sure that once your bots are making profits, the fees are already included. Otherwise, you will be in the loss. Here you will see that your buy plan progress. You can see the targeted price, how the price are falling. It will buy more and more coins. When the buy is already successfully executed, you will see it here, and you will have some executed at time. It's also important to say that fees are not existing in the simulation mode, so they are not presented. But once you're in live mode, you will have an estimation sell fee based on the tier what you are using on the Kraken exchange, and that's more interesting when you are becoming a more experienced trader. At the end, you will see some activity logs where you will be following up everything what happened with your bot, some basic configuration, and some danger zone if you want to get out and panic sell for whatever reason. Even if it can panic sell, can you also panic sell in the profit, not just in the loss, and you can delete your bot anytime. So as you can see, we already have a step one, and currently the price is very stable. It went up a little bit, but still we are at loss because when we hover there, we see our net PL is minus 0.001 and the gross PL is currently on 0. When the price goes upwards, the fees will be deducted and you will be seeing how much euros you will be earning and how much net percentage is estimated. Now it's time to explain the profit lock, how it functions. Our profit lock is locked at 2% and the trailing start is on 1%. So let's just assume that we got the following picture, that our profit lock is at 3% and our trailing is at 1.5. So once the price go high up, that our actual percentage profit is 3%, it will not sell you for 3% straight. Why? Because it will be premature and maybe the price will be going more up. So what we want is to activate our trailing, and that's what's happening in the bot. If the actual price is going higher, the trailing will follow it. If the gap is higher, it will try to close in as quicker as possible. If suddenly the price goes downwards, then it will still go up, but it will slow down. And if it again goes up, it will again speed up. Eventually, if it starts to fall down, your trailing will be slowing down as much as possible, leaving always some space in the future for you to grab additional profits. And this will also help you to prevent very early sell, and then you will have very minimal profits because instead of 3%, you might earn 5% or 6. The one is sure that when this locks in, the 1.5 is definitely yours. Now, this is just in a case of 3 and 1.5. We can now compare this to our simulation bot here, where you see profit lock is 2 and minus 50% is trailing 1. So once this net estimated P&L goes to to higher than 2%, the trailing will start locking in and it will be 1. And you will be seeing on every last check what you set in your bot for the check interval. It will make a check and checks the gap between the two, and it will start increasing the trailing. If the trailing and the net PL meets, then it will make a sell for you. That's when the profit is gained. The profits are written in the lifetime P&L. So now that we explained all of this, how the simulation works, you can create as many bots as you wish. Yeah, let's see the upper parts of what are available. We are having portfolio balance. So this is where our API needs to be set. So let me show you how to create an API. You have to go here in the Exchange API, and you need to add an Exchange API. If you don't have an API or you don't have a Kraken account, then please go here and you can use my affiliate code that will help you to claim bonus for yourself and for me as well, for which I would be really thankful for. So you need to add an Exchange API, and it says nickname, Exchange, and API key and secret. These two are the most important part, what needs to be provided for the application to give you access to the funds. So how to do this? Well, first of all, you need to have an account on Kraken. Let me show you how to do this. First of all, you need to sign up. Once you signed up, you need to go to Kraken Pro. Inside the Kraken Pro, you will find the user settings. In the user settings, you will find connection and API. So you have to go and to create a spot trading API. And in the spot trading API, you have to give it a name. This name doesn't need to do anything with the name in the app, just for your test API. Okay, so for this test API, we want to query data, but we never want to deposit. Our bots will never deposit and our bots will never withdraw. The money stays always with you. We will also not do anything with the earn functionalities. So your money will be always managed by you. What we want to do is to query, and we want to make open orders trades. We want to see some closed data as well. We want to create and modify orders. We want to cancel or close orders. And we would like to query ledger entries in order to give you data for your orders if they were successfully managed. And we are not exporting any data. So it is very important. We are not exporting, we are not depositing, we are not withdrawing, we are not assigning your money. We are not doing with your money anything at all. We just do trades for you. So next thing what you need to do is generate a key. Once you generated a key, you will receive the API key and the private key. You see, now this key is only displayed once. So you want to save it somewhere safe. For security reasons, you will never be able to look them. So the best thing is to copy them over and put them somewhere. Or in this case, you can put it here, the API key, and you can grab the private key as well, like this. What you can do as well is to test out the connection, of course. So once you see connection is successful, you can save it. We forgot to enter a nickname, so we'll just call it test API. Test connection. The connection is successful. Let's save it. Now you will see that the API appeared here and it is encrypted. So we in our databases are storing everything encrypted and we will be never able to see anything from this. It is only available for you, and for security reasons, even for you, it is not visible. So you can always test the connection once more because it's written that it's untested. Now you see that it's working, so you're already fine. Now let's head back to the dashboard. And now you can see that some amounts are available in the portfolio balance. This means that now your bot is ready to go with the live one. So if you would go here to create a new bot, instead of using simulation, you are able now to use real funds. It says live trading mode, and now it reads all your APIs. If you would have more, of course, the list would be here. In this case, test API Kraken is written. Once you do all of this entries, what you want, and go create, it will straight go and in live mode, it will do the trades. Let me show you how does this look like in a live mode. This is one of the example of the bots which is currently working in live mode. So if you go in and check out, you can see various actual prices where it managed to do the trade. Sometimes it's a bit higher, sometimes it's lower than the targeted price. And once the targeted price is reached, it will try to perform a buy. And because of the buy order book, sometimes it's a little bit higher, but sometimes until it comes to fruition, it is even lesser than the targeted, which is a super, super good. In most cases, you will see them a little bit red because the order book is always a bit higher than the actual price. Now, what you will see, some fees are incorporated to it. And at the top, you will see an overview of data that currently our average buy price is 2,141, but the current price is 2,099. So our estimated net PLN is minus 2.18, and that's coming from the coin differences, from the cycle fees, what we bought, and then our final sell fee will be this much. It is also saying and seeing how much trades was done, $6,307 trade, which is going into the tier of 0.4%. The more you trade, the more lesser the fees will be, and the more you will be earning. But how to become a premium member? A premium member you can become if you go and top up your balance. Basically, all your donations are enabling you access to all of my applications. In this case, you can even use your donated balance to pay commissions, because commissions are only charged when you are making profits. So as you can see, this bot has a lifetime of 23.73. And it's not one trade, it's a multiple successful trades. So whenever a successful trade is done, you can view your unpaid costs here. And you can actually see on every date when it was making a successful profit. Once a profit is made, here is the total profit from you, the net profit, and 7% of commission charge will be done, which is 0.21. You can see it with bigger numbers here. But it will be not even straight charge. You will have 1 month of usage. So since the profit was made on 25th of March, on April 25th, 0.21 will be deducted from your current balance. If there is not enough on your balance, the bots will be just simply paused and nothing else. So no funds will be lost and no cells will be made. It will be just frozen and stopped. And you can top it up basically here. So how to do that? You can come here at the top up balance and you will see the following: your current balance, and you will see pending donations and redeem donations. You can always donate via Buy Me a Coffee. You just go inside there and make sure you got your email there, because your email will be connected to this account. Once you have donations available, you will be able to redeem them here, and there will be a button to redeem it. Once you've done that, then that will be jumping over here. Once your balance is up, then basically you're free to use as much as there is balance. Of course, even if the balance goes to zero, it is not a problem. You can still use it without issue. The bot will be just frozen if there's after 1 month of commission and you still haven't uploaded any, or still haven't topped up your balance. then it will be stopping your bot. You can always pause your bot, or you can always go and edit your bot configuration settings. Once it goes into trailing mode, you cannot change any settings here because then it's following already the profits. But before that, you can go ahead and change anytime the plan. For all the steps which already occurred, you cannot change it. So as you can see, the buy plan can be changed only from step 15. Step 15 has to be realized yet. So till 14, all the steps were already realized, and the rest can be still editable. So you can increase the coins, what's going upwards, or you can decrease the price range between an increase, and you can go more aggressive or more safely. If the funds run out, you're not in a whale. That means that the bot is just going to wait for the price to go up and to perform the sell, and it will regenerate the buy progress once more. But if your funds are out and it's the price even not going up but goes more down, you will have to allocate more funds to it so that it could continue his buying. User settings. These are just the default parameters for you if you don't want to every time create your bots with some different profit logs. Whatever you put in as a default parameter value, it will be appearing for every bot what you are creating. What should be the profit log, the trailing stop calculation, the rest period minutes, and the check interval. My favorites are the 2, 50, 5, and 30, but of course you can go ahead and do your changes as you see it fit. So with that said, enjoy and make some profits, and let's do profits together. Once you see a bug, you can anytime go back here and you can just submit it here. You need to log in. And once you're logged in, you are able now to do whatever suggestions here. Just plug it in and I will receive that. I can also follow up on the status and I can also reply to you back if it's implemented or not. Thank you for your attention. I wish you a nice day and let's make profits together.